Welcome back, and you know October is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're doing well to be able to bring you the awareness. Yeah, so do take note of that. As they say, check your boobs and see if there's some. If you let someone also check for you, so like DK Cyber can be checking for. Anyway, so this morning I want to take a look at cookies, right? As I mentioned earlier, I'm not talking about biscuits or anything like that. But when you're on the internet browsing, you get to certain websites or you open certain pages and you allow cookies, allow my cookies and all of those things. And I mentioned earlier that for me, I do not know what it is. I always accept it. And I keep accepting because I haven't thought that it will be a bad thing. But today, DK Cyber will be taking us through all of that so we could understand what the cookies actually mean. And if it's really a bad thing, then I would have to stop, same as you, right? So let's get into it. DK, good morning and welcome. How are you doing?
Good morning, bro. I'm good. Yourself?
But I'm okay. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Yeah. Cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not talking about biscuits. Why is it important for us to talk about cookies? I mean, what role does it play in there?
Thank you very much. So we're looking at internet cookies.
Yes, internet cookies.
Or known as the web cookies or the HTTP cookies.
Okay.
Right. It's become very integral today on the internet.
Okay.
Whenever you browse. So you said that everyone who browse on the internet today, one way or the other, has chance on that before.
Yeah.
Then you see that accept or ignore. That is on the normal to the user. That's what you see. So it's becoming privacy here. So we don't know what is it and what is being collected.
Okay.
So that's why it's integral for us to understand what we are giving out. So when we say cookie, what are they or what is it and what does it do and does it have some advantages, disadvantages? So we need to look at that because we believe that the hackers take advantage of everything and they exploit everything that comes their way. So we then need to be very careful about that. And not only this month, it's not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but also Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So it's very integral on us to also look at things that are basic to us that we see every day. This morning, if you go on the internet, I just went to read a newspaper, and it just said, oh, DK accepts cookies or rejects cookies. I believe
what
you do the same.
What did you do?
So for me, I manage the cookies.
You manage it?
Yes, please. I went to settings, and there are some that are allowed it, and some I disallowed it. And when I'm done, I'll go and delete what I've allowed.
Okay. So break it down.
Yes.
You've tried to explain what the cookies are, right?
So in the cookies, when you look at cookies, cookies are normally small text files,
okay,
you know, and those are generated by the website you visit, and they are being stored on the person's device.
Okay.
Right. And you look at the essence of the cookies are normally for session management. That means that you went to the website, probably the website was an Indian website, was a Chinese website, and you change the settings to English, right? So the setting is there, you went there, the theme was white, and you change it to dark. You work on some appearance, you know, and also preferences. Like you went there, as so many went to it as a cat, you've saved in some items that you want to later on go to. So those are preferences. So if you look at it, so we said the cookies normally helps manage the website session management, right? And also works on the personalization, as in how we interact with the website, the things we give the website. And also, I'm able to log in. You know, when you have your personal laptop, I believe sometimes you just go there, the thing has already opened for you.
Yeah.
You just enter, right? And that is it. So it gives you all those access. But we're looking at it from an easy context. So what is the other way? Because we look at it, they are managing our session management, right? And if you look at session management, the hackers can exploit that. We have what we call the session hijacking, right? So with just a malicious script, they can inject some exploit into the site to get the session management of your history or whatever you've done and to attack you from there, right? And also if you look at the cookies, we have the first party cookie and we have the third party cookie. So this morning, if you go to your browser and you go to the settings and privacy, you have a part whereby it talks about cookies. Either you should allow it or you should disable it. So we have the first we have the first party cookie and the third party cookie. So we are looking at it from the advantages and the disadvantages. So you asked me that what did I do? I said I manage my cookies, right? So you have the options whereby you can delete the cookies. But you know what, Starboy, one thing that one will ask that, is the cookies really important?
Yeah.
Is it really helpful? You know, the cookies are two-sided. So when it comes to the space, we say the cookies are two-sided because the cookies helps for personal, you know, helps you to experience or to be able to use the website easily. It helps you, the user, to be able to store some kind of small history on the site. Assuming you've been on any website to buy or sell something and you've done your cart, like, you know, you cart and you want to make a transaction and you say, okay, let me go and come back. You come back and you still made it there, right? So that means that because of the cookies, it's a small test file that has been stored, right, on your device by the website, right? So that is that side. But we are talking about heavily privacy issues. Privacy concerns.
Okay.
Because today, if those files have been stored, who get access to them? Who use them? Because we are talking about, it's taking my preferences. It's taking about the way if you want to talk about my preferences, that's how I am, right? That's the way I want things to be done. So that means that if you get to know my preferences, you know me. Right, so it's getting all those preferences. You are talking about the privacy. So recently, they launched a protection that's called the GDPR. That's the General Data Privacy Protection. That is telling or is instructing the website owners that, you know what, anytime you bring cookies to the user, give them an option, an opt-out option. So today, cookies are not compulsory. That is why I said that I manage my cookies. So when the cookie option comes to you, you have an option to accept some, to delete it, or to reject it, or to enable all. So it depends on the website you are.
Okay.
I just visited the website to read a newspaper. And I can go there anytime I want. So why do you need my experience there? For nothing. So in a rare situation like that, I wouldn't accept the cookies. But just guess what? A site like, let's say, Amazon, I'm going to do shopping there. And I knew that, okay, I'm shopping some things, you know, it's a cyber month or it's a breast cancer month, and I need some things to massage my woman or something. So I'm doing some ordering, right? And I have the whole week to do. So, okay, then I try to accept the cookies that time so that I can be able to get some preferences saved in there. But when I'm done, I quickly go and delete my cookies.
So to manage it means that when you're getting into or you're getting onto a website and you feel that your privacy is so much attached to that website, you can go into the settings and go and manage it.
Normally, when you get to the website, assume I just get to Metro TV, I'm going to read your newspaper, this Metro Lens, and I say, oh, Metro TV said I should grab cookies. Because Metro TV is saying that, you know, when you grab the cookies, we are able to save your preference, the kind of stories you went to read. So we can recommend search for you. Right. That is the whole thing. It's a user experience on the site. Right.
I get it.
So when I was telling them, no, you know, don't worry about that. I will do that myself anytime I want to. You understand? So I reject it.
So you reject it. So you allowing the cookies means that it gets to understand what you come to do on the website and gives you prompts. Okay, you know, we think you like this, so you will like this one also.
And that the very where data privacy comes in is that, assuming I come only on Metro and I see and I come and read more political news and I'm affiliated to reading about one particular politics, one particular party, that means that my experience over there, I don't know if the website could share that experience with a third party. You see, it got to a time that they said that Facebook can tell the political party you belong to. And Facebook, what they said that they allegedly say that Facebook was selling personal details to those people to influence the number of, you know, the trust level and all those things in terms of politics.
I remember that.
Right. So it all came from all these things. The cookies we are grabbing, the session, because talking about the session management, the personalization. You understand? So that is doing that. So when I come on such platforms, you have the option, because of the GDPR, the General Data Protection Act that was set, you and I have the right to option. They are option for you. So when you see cookies, you can see options, settings. You can go there, and depending on the site, they give you maybe 3 options to choose. Temporarily, sometimes some of them you can save it temporarily. So when you exit the website, it clears the cookies.
Okay.
Right. Now, so that is it. But if you ask me as a cybersecurity personnel, right, my general experience about cookies, right, what I would say is that I wouldn't enable cookies. And because of that, there are some websites, there are some settings I would help you. I think we should start using, right? So when it comes to your browser, if you are using the Chrome or any other browser, we have something we call extensions. Extension comes in to add some kind of features to whatever you are doing today on the internet, right?
Okay.
So we have extensions like the uBlock Original, we have the Ghostmetry, right? So those are, we have the Privacy Badger. Those are extensions that filters in and out all these kind of cookies for you. It gives you kind of privacy. Or better still, you've heard of incognito mode.
Yeah.
You go on your phone, you go to the 3 dots there, you see browse incognito. Incognito means that they don't allow them to enable or accept those cookies, right?
Okay.
So they block the cookies entirely. Or better still, via platforms, right, like the Brave browser, that tells you that, hey, you know what, I cherish your privacy, and I believe that privacy is very important to us all. So you know what, I'm not taking all these things. I'm not tracking you. I'm not taking your session management. I'm not taking any about your personalization. Go there, browse, and go free. So there are browsers like that. So normally I say that it depends on your intent on the internet, and it depends on what you are doing.
Okay. So are there types of the cookies?
Yeah. So I said that we have the first party.
Okay, so that's the first party and the third party cookie you're talking
so we
about.
have the first party is that whenever you started, like even when I go on a platform, they say I should log in. Before I log in, I have to sign up.
True.
So signing up, those details goes under the first party.
First party, so that's
those are
right
the
from
details
you.
I'm
Okay.
giving out. So indirectly, when you are talking about that under OSINT or under information gathering, you say that is like what you've given, the footprint, what you have given out. That is the active one. I gave it out. That's not a passive. I gave it out. Now, so those are the information you've given out. Now, the third parties are the apps that assess those things for personalizations, for sometimes even for ads to be showed on your this thing. So cookies too also influence the kind of ad they show on your devices or they show on your web browsers when you go there. So when you grab these cookies, they get to know your intention. Oh, Starboy is about events, the master plan. So they give you more things about events and all those stuffs, right? So they understand Starboy. So in the same view, if you are doing something, that means that they understand you, they know you, the internet know you. I think that was on Monday, that was yesterday. I posted something on my social platform about the way right now we are sitting, how even Google can hear us. Right, so all
Google can hear us.
Oh yes, they can hear you. Come on, they can hear us. Yeah.
They can hear us how?
Oh yeah, like because you enable that option for them to hear you. Hey, come on, don't you speak to your phone about Siri and all those guys? What has happened?
Okay.
So that means that there's something that is there. You call out and it comes. That means that constantly the thing is there listening. Have you think of that? Privacy is a whole thing, man.
Truly, I don't do Siri. I've never done.
But Google has that functionality, and some of you guys have enabled it, but you've never used it. Why do you enable it? Disable it. Something you don't know about. Sometimes the challenge we have with them is that defaultly the thing has been enabled. Why do you enable it defaultly?
True. I need to have the right to say I want it or not.
I want it or I don't want it. That's the thing.
Okay.
So that's why we are saying that this whole Cyber Month is not just about policies. They are about the things around us. So if you look at this whole month, the theme was, practicing a culture of digital safety. So we are practicing the digital safety, and it all boil down to these things that we do. So there are instances whereby we say that cookies, if you don't know, don't grab them. What are you grabbing them for? Because some of the disadvantages of that I said, first one is a session hijacking. right? We have a cross-site scripting, whereby they maliciously insert code into those browsers, right? We are talking about privacy. We are talking about malware advertisement, right? They are able to reach you with adverts and all those things, and people can influence that, right? So all these things, and also we're talking about privacy concerns. So all these things are things that boils down, but it's like we've not really spent time to talk about it. But today, if you've watched out today, I think that you've now known that, you know, the cookies, is not all cookies you have to grab. Yes, not all cookies you have to grab.
Okay. We're really learning today this one as we're talking about the internet cookies. We are live on Facebook and Metro TV Ghana, and of course on DSTV channel 277. Now, he's broken down the cookies to us, so for many of us by now we should know what the cookies are. But also, how long does a cookie stay on a website if we allow it? Is it there forever?
Yes. So long as you have enabled it, it's there. So you go there to delete them, it's still there. So unless that some of the cookies, if you go and manage them, some of them delete temporarily, right? But so long as you have enabled it, it's there. And one thing I think that we should be very cautious of today is that, you see, we want simple life. We want easy life, you know, easy things around things. No one wants to stress, I understand you. So there's a newspaper you're going to read this morning. There's a website you're going to get some information from. And before you get to such website, they're asking you to log in. And they're asking that, you know what, they give you options to make your life easier. So they give you, you know what, you can log in with your Google, you can log in with your Facebook normally. So they are a platform, like I'm going to read a newspaper from somewhere. Yeah. And they say before you read the newspaper, you have to log in. And they give you easy way around things that, just click on your Google. So you click on your Google, then it takes you there. So that means that the details Google has, you know, collected about you, Google is going to share with that company. That is where the third party comes in. Okay. Do you understand? Do you know that Google has taken much about you? And I can trust Google a little bit because I believe that Google is a big company to have cybersecurity, people protecting our data and all those stuff. So I know, well, I'm a little bit safe with Google. But how well do I know the third party I'm entrusting my personal details to? So I go on a website like, tubidi.com or come to, let's say, cyber1defense.com. I know of Cyber One Defense to go and read cybersecurity tips over there. But how well do I know about their security infrastructures? How well do I know that they can protect my data? And you go to such platform, they say log in, and you just allow it to log in with Google, allow it to log in with Facebook. That means that it's fetching the management session, the experience from Facebook to the third party.
And for that, I'm a corporate. Yeah. I mean, anytime it comes up, I'm like, straight to Google.
I understand you because you want easy way around things. You want easy way around things, and that is yes. The easiest things we find around ourselves, we are talking about exploitation on a high level. Today, if you go to platforms like livethreatmap.com, you could know that the very, based on even me, DK Cyber, my experience on my analysis and my research here, we are talking about malware as a threat to us in Ghana here. We are talking about phishing, and all these things falls within that category. Right, so you don't need to go to any website this morning to read something. You know what? Just get a spare email, right? Take time. You have your Gmail. Normally, what they need is your Gmail and a password. You have one Gmail for social. You can just create it, starboysocial@gmail.com. And you set a normal password because you are not really much. You're just using it for social and you reading newspaper and those things. So when you get to that platform or you log in with your Starboy social and you are gone. Okay. But don't allow it to use your main Google account. Don't allow it to use your Facebook. Then you are allowing it to, you are entrusting the third party cookie management.
Access to your Facebook.
To that. And already Facebook is taking a lot from you. And even that is a concern to us. Google is taking a lot from us. And that's a concern to us. Even them, they are top brands. I believe when I come to Metro, I know I'm safe. But if I should go to any other media, I know, like, let me check about my security. Now what's happening in the media fraternity. You understand that?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So I'm talking about even the top brands, we are thinking about them. How much more any normal newspaper created by somewhere for blogging?
Okay. This one has been incredible, learning about this. I mean, I was just going to ask how we could manage our way around the cookies, but you've given us some
Yes,
good
yes.
detail about
You can-
creating some other.
Yeah, so just shortly, you can use extensions.
Okay.
So I said of the Ghostry. I said about the uBlock origin. I talk about the privacy badger. I also talk about the incognito. I also talk about some browsers like Brave browsers and those guys. Those are some of the things that can, wouldn't allow them to take those normal things.
Okay.
Because cookie too is also about tracking.
So there's a whole lot about the internet cookies I need to know about, and this one he's done justice to that. But as he mentioned, October is not just the month for breast cancer awareness, but also for cybersecurity awareness. So, DK, in a bit, this month, what are you looking at, creating the awareness for the ordinary Ghanaian too?
So this month, all that I need you to do is that let's try to practice cyber hygiene. When I say cyber hygiene, I mean that, knowing what you click. Now, I think now it's very. I think the National Communication Authority, the Cybersecurity Authority, they're doing very well. Thank you, seniors, for doing that. The private sectors, we are also doing our possible best. And all that we are saying, I think twice before you click. Please think twice before you click, and know that you have to practice cyber hygiene. If for anything, just go online and see how to practice cyber hygiene. Google it. It gives you all the methods, all the levels. Read them and keep them. It's not just about massaging breast. It's about also massaging your phone to protect yourself this morning.
Thank
you very much.
So please practice cyber hygiene. This is the first time I'm hearing that though, but practice cyber hygiene. It is very, very important. DK, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
DK Cyber is the youngest in charge, as he calls himself, when it comes to cybersecurity and all that. And this one has been great talking to us about the internet cookies